Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you my Clevertronics lifelight display board, which is homemade. Now I started this board in autumn and I finished it in summer. So you're probably, well, that took a long time, didn't it? Yeah, it's because of funding and everything, because this wasn't a very expensive project, I can tell you that. Okay, so this is now finished. Now we got 3 ranges, of course. Now this is all of the newest lifelight fittings out there, the new models. Okay, so I'm going to show you all of them. Okay, we're going to go from the EL up to the L10 range. Now the economy range, which is the EL, used to be nickel cad, but that was discontinued and upgraded to lithium, of course. So that's the update, and of course the LP and L10 lifelight fittings received an upgrade, and that was the new Clevertest Plus feature, which is built in, okay, embedded in the fittings. So both the C Life and L Life have the Clevertest feature, Clevertest Plus. Now this board has made some appearances in some other videos, but I did do individual videos of the fittings where I decided just to delete those and just do it all in one, because it saves me having to do it all together. And it looks like my power's about to turn off, so I better stop that, because otherwise it will engage. Otherwise it will give me problems. So here we have the board. It's typically, the way I built this was typically just a plank of plywood, which I spray painted blue. I printed out the labels and stuck them on the board. And I so this project was in planning for quite some time, and I thought that I think I better build one. So I built one. So this is a very good item to my collection. Okay, and of course it was a pretty expensive item. So I think altogether this thing probably cost me $700 altogether, maybe more. Okay, because I already had the plywood, but I needed some switches, I needed wiring, I needed the lifelight fittings, but here it is. So we'll take a look at it. So on the right hand side is the L10 range, in the middle we have the LP, and then on the left is the EL. Okay, so we'll take a look at all these. So we'll start off with the EL one. This is the EL lifelight, the E-Life. Okay, now this one was nickel cad, but then it was upgraded to lithium this year in 2017. So this is the bottom of the range. So this is the economy lifelight. Okay, so this is just a very decent fitting. The upgrades the E-Life got from the was that they changed the indicator light to green and they upgraded it to a lithium battery. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, so that's the EL, and of course it is a warm white. As you can see there, it's a nice warm white colour. So now moving on, we have the C Life. Now this is the middle of the line. Okay, so this one here is the C Life. Now this one here has the Clevertest Plus feature, as you can see. Any fittings that have that symbol will have Clevertest Plus embedded in them. Okay, if you're ordering any other fittings such as the surface mount ones, you actually have to select Clevertest if you want it. Okay, now it does have a code here, and it has this thing here. And of course it is the same colour, it's warm white. If you look at the LED, you can see it turns red when you press the button, as you can see there. Now we'll move down. This here is its little brother. This is the C Life Pro. So this is now this one does not have Clevertest Plus. You have to, if you want it, you have to ask for it, and it does cost extra. So this one here has 2 LED bulbs. Both these two have a D40 lumen classification. This one here is a D64. So this one here is a lot brighter than this one. Okay, and it is cool. Now this one's cool white, so we'll test it. Okay, now that is pretty bright. Okay, very bright. Now that's the Lifelight Pro, or C Life Pro. Moving up, we have the L Life. Now this is the L10 range. This is the top of the range. Okay, now all these have lithium batteries, and of course each battery takes 4 hours to go flat, of course. So which is good. Okay, so this is the L Life. Okay, it has the Clevertest Plus feature, as you can see here. Now this is the successor from the P Life, which was the old fitting to this. It had a red indicator. This one here is a green one because it's the new model, and it has your LED globe right there. It has the indicator, also has the barcode, and we'll test it. It's just warm. It's cool white. You can see the indicator turns red. We'll get a close look at that. You can see it turns red. Don't want to press that 3 times because otherwise it will go into test mode. But this is pretty cool. This is the L Life. Okay, this is different to that. This is the top of the range. Moving down, we have the L Life Pro, which is the same as this one. Just the only difference is just the range. This is the top of the range. Same color, cool white. Now the L-Life Pro is also available in a maintained function. This is a non-maintained one. You can get it in a maintained function, okay, where you can use it as a downlight. Okay, so if you want a downlight with battery backup, you can buy the L-Life Pro in the maintained. And now the maintained comes in two functions. You got unswitched live and you got switched live. You're going to use it as a downlight. You want the switched live one, so you can switch it on and off. Okay, this is just L-Life Pro. This is the non-maintained operation. It can, okay, the maintained one would have an M here. Okay, so L-Life M Pro. This one should have L-Life N Pro, but obviously Clevertronics did not do anything like that. So that's all the fittings. Now here we have a switch that allows me to control it. So this here is the power indicator, and this one here is the charge indicator. This switch here allows me to test the lights. So I can set it on normal, which is just standby, or I can set it to test, where it kills all the power and simulates a power outage, and all these will come on. Okay, and we'll do that. Here we go. There we go. Now all the fittings are on. Okay, now these are very bright. You don't want to look, you wouldn't want to be staring directly at this because it can probably blind you, because that is very, very powerful. Okay, so altogether this board probably gives out probably a D200, I think, or maybe more. And it looks like the power is about to go off again. So I do believe if I turn the power back onto this, it will stop it. Yep. So that's the front of the board. Now I'll turn it around and I'll show you the back of it, where all the electrical stuff is. Okay, so I'll turn this around. Oop, drop the cord. Okay, so here's the back of the board. This is where all the all the componentry is. Okay, so on the top we have the standard lifelight inverters, and we have the lifelight batteries. Now these are lithium. Now the EL one, the battery is inside the inverter, as with these ones here have external batteries. Okay, so these are the batteries. This is the back of the L-Life head. It's got a heat sink. This is the C-Life and the E-Life heads. Moving down, we have the lifelight Pro gear. We have the inverters. Now, the inverters, you know, are a different shape, of course. The reason for that is because the heads are smaller, and they need to be able to get the inverter in the hole if you have a small hole. So these are a different shape, okay? The batteries are there. You can see they're actually longer batteries because they're 2 cells. Lithium, of course. So this is the back of it. So this is all the componentry. I've got a lot of wiring, a lot of cables, but I just keep it clean. I don't feel like having to shorten the cables. Okay, so I'll just leave them just the way it is, or I might shorten them to help clean it up, but we'll see. And it does have power points here, just standard power points. So I can switch these off from here and just test it one at a time if I want to, but generally I just use the switch on the front. And there's the back of that, where all the wiring goes through. So there you go. So that's a very good display board. Probably one of the very bestest things that I've ever built in my collection, because I've built quite a lot of things and I'm quite a handy person. So that is it. So that's that. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my Clevertronics Lifelight display board, and that'll be it.